Hi, everybody. We are cooking on location this month in Michigan. I have the privilege of spending my 99-year-old granny's birthday with her today. But first, we want to make the small batch lasagna from our little calendars. It's super easy. Right now, I've got the onions and the garlic going. We'll get back over there in a second. And then we've got another bowl that we've already put our 15 ounces of ricotta cheese and eggs, some Parmesan cheese, parsley, and salt and pepper. So that is all ready. I've got my oven preheated to 375 and I have my lasagna pan pre-greased so that once we get the meat done, because that won't take but a minute, we'll start assembling and then get it popped in the oven. Noodles. Everyone probably thinks, wow, lasagna is going to take so long. The noodles are so hot. My sister found a hack for us. In this bowl are the lasagna noodles, and it's just hot water right out of the tap. You put your noodles in here and just let them sit while we are working on the rest of the stuff, and you're going to be really excited. We learned this trick. We've made lasagna for Christmas for years in our family. This past year, my sister found the hack when we did Ina Gardner's lasagna recipe. And so if you want more great recipes, Ina is a great one to follow. All right, I'm gonna get back over here to the stove. My onions and garlic are about ready. We'll just get these sizzling back up again, and then we're gonna throw our meat in. Once we get the meat cooked, we are gonna drain off any excess fat before we put in the sauce. So this is just a pound of sweet Italian sausage that doesn't want to come out of the package because there's a piece of paper on it. I will be right back with you once this meat is done. So because I did get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to make homemade sauce, I am using Rao's. I'm using marinara sauce. You can make your own sauce. It calls for 28 ounces, or you can just get a lovely jar. We're going to take the sauce and put it directly into the mixture of sweet Italian sausage and the onion and garlic mixture. And then we're going to give this a spin around. We started using the Italian sausage for a little sweeter flavor, and we found that we really enjoy it. If you prefer ground beef, ground veal, whatever, ground turkey, whatever meat you want to use, it is, of course, up to you. This is just what we like, and since I'm going to be your taste tester, I need to make sure that it's something that I like. Okay, this is all nice and mixed up. I'm going to leave this here for just a second and show you the rest. So in this bowl, I have 15 ounces of ricotta cheese, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of Parmesan. I didn't have any fresh or I would have grated it, and parsley, and then just a little bit of salt and pepper. And then you just whip that together because this is one of your other layers. And then over here, I've got my noodles that have been pre-soaking. So to assemble the lasagna, as you can see on the recipe, it's pretty easy. Just like any regular lasagna, you put a layer of sauce in the bottom, then you do noodles, and then you do the ricotta mixture, sauce, mozzarella, and then rinse and repeat. So we'll get you through the first one. I'm going to drain this water just to make it easier. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back to our assembly process. So the first thing we're going to do is take some of our sauce mixture and get it into our pan. So the bottom layer is just to kind of keep it from sticking. So it doesn't have to be super thick, but it does need to be completely coated. I've learned in my experience. This is not my first rodeo at lasagna. Who taught you this? My grandmother taught me how to make sauce and to make lasagna, as we used to do it every year for Christmas. It's one of my favorites. I'm making a little bit of noise, so put a little spot right underneath that. Okay, so now I have a nice even layer of sauce and meat on the bottom. And again, these are my pre-soaked lasagna noodles that I'm going to layer in here. And then we are going to do, you can never remember. Yep, now we do this ricotta mixture. I like to use a tablespoon, so then you can use the back of the spoon to help slide it around and get it even. Smells really good. Always excited. Never hungry when I start cooking, but by the time I'm about here where it's not cooked yet, I'm ravenous and ready to eat. But we're going to go ahead and cook it because I don't recommend eating it like this. And then we are going to do another layer of sauce. And I bet you can guess what's after the sauce. It's our amazing mozzarella cheese. I am quite certain I was a mouse in a previous life because I love cheese. So I'm very generous with the cheese, as you will see momentarily when I get into that. All right, now mozzarella. Well, here's a dad joke while we're cooking with Jen. What are dogs' favorite, the favorite way for dogs to exercise? Paw Pilates. Okay, so maybe that wasn't so funny. We have a great vet in Holly Ridge, and they always change their little sign, and that's what's currently on the sign. Nice. Even. This is going to be so good. Now we are going to get the rest of the sauce. The other nice thing about using the Italian sausage as opposed to ground beef is it is a little bit leaner, and I had very little that needed drained off, if any. So that was also nice. It'll keep the lasagna from getting oily. One other thing that we do, we put saran wrap, plastic wrap, whatever you have on hand, over the lasagna so that this way it doesn't burn the cheese on the top. After you put the saran wrap, you then put tin foil over it, and that's what keeps it from melting. I'm sorry, burning. Melting, burning, all of the above. All right, so I'm getting the saran all nice and full so that it's airtight in there as much as it can be. Grab the tin foil. And then you're gonna make it so it's all nice and tight. You wanna make sure that you're covering any and all of the saran wrap so that it doesn't melt to your pan, because that makes cleaning quite challenging if it melts to the pan. Again, another pro tip. Okay, we are now assembled, and we have the oven preheated to 375 degrees. And we are just going to put this right in the center. and set our timer for 30 to 45 minutes until golden or bubbly. And then we're going to let it cool. So I'll check back with you in about 30, 40 minutes. Thanks. Okay, we've let it cool for a couple of minutes. Now here's the best part. We finally get to taste our hard work. So I've got a serrated spatula to try and make it easier. The first piece is always the most challenging. So we're just gonna give it a whirl and hope that I can do this with a little bit of grace. Sort of. Not terrible. All right. I always lose a little bit of noodle. I love my noodles. All right. Really good. Let's try it. That's really good. This was easy to make and it's very flavorful. Why don't you give it a try? Send me a video and tag me in it, and you can enter to win this month's gift card. Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.